So, floor is yours, Nerva.
Thank you. So, one area, one forum where creativity is really needed is fine art, of course. And what I'm here talking about is actually digital tools, how those could be used actually to produce some fine art. And I have done some acrylic paintings first. And then I was really searching for digital ways to improve my methods. And why? I'm going to tell you a little bit why I went to use digital ways, digital equipment, and how I'm doing this now. Just to give you a little clue, maybe you want to start yourself. So, what I do is actually, I'm using a Wacom Cintiq Pro drawing tablet, which has a display built in. So when I use my pen, my stylus pen, I can see whatever I'm drawing. It's all there, all there. So it's a really nice way to do something, but it's not all I need to do that. And I start from scratch, actually start from white background. I do all the drawings. In most cases, I do just line by line. But why would I do that and not using traditional ways like brushes, canvas, paints? There are quite a few really important reasons why I decided to do that digitally. One is that I wanted to produce more than one piece of final product, like do some graphics where I have several pieces, several copies, those are all identical. And I wanted to do that in full color. In traditional graphics methods didn't give me that opportunity. I just had to, choose a couple of colors, and that's all. And I'm so big fan of colors, so that's why I was searching for ways to do this. Another thing is I really like to work on details and like produce something, work on something as long as needed, so the final artwork would be a success by my eyes. And regular paint is not the way I really was happy with. It's kind of limited me. Of course, traditional ways is not actually limitation of art at all and creativity. It's unlimited. Just my skills were not enough, to do that. But what I did, I found some printers which would do the work, and I bought a really powerful computer for that. And I use Photoshop to as a base for everything, all my drawings. Sometimes I combine something I have drawn by pencil, for example, maybe it's sitting in an airplane or something, and I have time, so I have my art book to make some drawings, and then I can just take a photo of it and maybe use it in a Photoshop as a part of my final artwork. So actually, it does not limit that way, that if you do some digital stuff, then you couldn't use actual painting or actual pencil drawing part at all. But the other thing I think which is a really good thing is when drawing in Photoshop, you can control your whole project by layering. And layers are so good things, because otherwise when you do with paints, you have to wait until it's dry enough, or you need to hurry up because it dries too fast. So digitally, it's never too dry or too wet. It's always ready for you. It's not like time sensitive at all. And I can put all my objects in different layers and then decide what I do with these. Actually, I always start with a sketch first, just to save some time not to do too much work before I'm sure that the composition and everything works fine. So I do some sketching first, and just to make my plan ready, and then I decide actually if I move anything there. And when I start final drawing, I just follow my sketch, and I usually never make any bigger changes to the drawing anymore. And later on, when I have all my lines there, I focus on coloring more. So that order gives me more flexibility. Normally, when you use canvas and paints and brushes, you have to decide all those color specific things right away. You can't really change anything related to colors later on. But in digital world, you can do that as many times you need. And maybe sometimes someone would order from you a special copy, and you have that original file in your computer where you have all the layers and stuff, and you still have those objects, separated. You can change some colors, maybe even some kind of outlook, and maybe draw something extra, or just remove something extra. When you go around this exhibition here, you can see my pictures. Kärt was actually asking me to make some special versions for this exhibition, and I'm so happy to do that. So I have here, you can see 6 special versions, especially for this exhibition in Delta. So some benefits have been told. There are also some limitations related to digital tools. For example, maybe some artists really love those kind of spontaneous, fast painting, really quick solutions. That way, I think digital ways are not really good for that. So real paint is better then, probably. But I'm kind of different person. I like that way too. I can focus on things later, as long as needed. Let me give you just a couple of hints when you start doing something digitally in Photoshop. First, you need a license, okay, but that's not a big thing. Anyway, Photoshop is actually pretty cheap today, so you can rent it just by monthly payments. Anyway, assign a color profile to it first. It has to be absolute RGB to make it really, compatible with printers and everything. Like, for example, good is Adobe RGB 1998 profile. And also make the drawing 300 dpi resolution. And final size, decide it first. And then you're ready, actually, as long as you use. And also in Photoshop, what I really like a lot is smart objects. Go do some research how to use this, because you can merge things together as a different object. It is like a file inside a file, and you can open them up when you need, but otherwise they're gone and you have everything organized. This is beautiful. And maybe another thing is just do not limit yourself, because paintings, fine art comes from your inside, and this is actually your painting, and feel free to just fly.
Thank you, great.